Hi, this is John Adams, and you're watching Geek of the Ozarks, where we talk about subjects intended to improve your PC computing experience. I'm occasionally asked about the tool set that I use to create the content, the audio, the video, and the still pictures for my blog and my website. So I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the tools that I use. It's a program called Photostory. Photostory is a free application you can download from the from the Microsoft website. Let me just open it up here. It's free and it's been around for a number of years. I started using it, I'm going to guess about 4 years ago. So it actually came out when XP was still the dominant desktop operating system. It's compatible with XP. It's also compatible with Vista. I am using it on Vista right now, and my guess is it's probably compatible with Windows 7. I actually haven't tried it yet, but um, most of the applications that I run on Vista I've been able to run on Windows 7 too. Um, it's kind of a one-trick pony. It just lets you import slides, still shots, and then it allows you to create an output, which is a Windows Media video file, and it is a slideshow program. So fairly simple to get going. But one of the things that I just love about this program is the quality of the output is just tremendous. You can get a very high quality slideshow video out of this tool, which is very nice. I've already got an application started, so we won't create a new one, and I can just step you through the process fairly quickly. First thing you'll want to do is import some pictures. So now this is how you would do it. You click on the import picture button. Now I've got several pictures or several folders of pictures here, so I won't import any new ones, but let me just show you. This is how easy it is to import. Just click several, click a single one. Okay, it's just that easy to you click on OK to actually import them. Let's not do that. We've already got some pictures imported here. Once you've got your pictures imported, if you decide you don't like the sequence, you just click, drag and drop, and rearrange things to your heart's content. That's very easy to do. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. Before we do that, there's some editing tools here. I don't use them because I use Photoshop, but it's possible to adjust the color a little bit, take out some red eye. These would be, last minute editing steps before you decide to go ahead and commit to the actual slideshow. So it's kind of nice to have that as a last minute option. Next, let's go on to this screen. This is where you actually add in titles to your slides, and I've already got one title created. It's My Photo Story. Once you've typed in your text, you can edit the font type. You can make the bold settings different, change the size, and then of course change the font color if you'd like to do that too. Okay. Another thing you can do, there's another way to edit or change the effect of a picture. I don't use these, but if you want to get a little bit creative, you can certainly do that. Let's change this one to black and white so you can see what the effect is. That's all that does. Change it to chalk and charcoal. There we go, chalk and charcoal. Kind of a nice look to it. Colored pencil. Again, we've got a lot of different options here. Well, I like that. Okay, like I said, I haven't used these much, but just another way for you to get creative. Let's move on to the next page. In this page, we've got a couple of options here. One is to record a narration. I've never used that, but it looks pretty simple. The other thing which I do use frequently is to customize the motion. Now, the program is designed to give you a zoom and pan motion on your pictures, and that gives a little bit more interest to the slideshow instead of just a static transition of fade from slide to slide, which is what most of your slideshows look like. So fairly easy. Click on the specify start button up here at the top, and you can just drag and drop this box. You can resize it, as you can see here. Okay, very nice, very easy. This is a full screen, so it goes from a zoom in out to full screen, so that would be a zoom out. I'll save that change since I did make a little bit of an adjustment. Okay, this one is just the opposite. It goes from a full screen view to a zoom in view. Now, again, just click and drag these boxes around the edge of the picture, and you can adjust that and fine-tune it very nicely. So I'll click on Save. I won't change all of them. I just want to show you quick and easy how easy it is to be able to make those settings change. So click on Next. Now this is where you can either select music to import. I'm not going to import any music, but it works with a variety of different musical types: MP3, Windows Media Audio, WMA, and so forth. So like I said, I'm not going to choose a song. I've already got one created. This is what I like. If you don't have music to import, you can actually create your own, or if that's your choice from the beginning. This tool is fairly easy to work with. Got a lot of settings here. I like to experiment with this. I'm not going to change the settings because I've already got one chosen. If you aren't quite sure what you think it'll sound like, just click on the play button and it'll let you sample it. Okay, so you can, like I said, experiment to your heart's content. Let's not change anything here. The next button takes us to the output screen. Now these are some default settings. Depending on what your final destination, if you're going to play back on your media player, this would be for a small screen, smartphone, email, different settings, and then if you want to, you can tune it a little bit more. We've got quite a few more settings that we can choose from here. So lots of different ways. Change the size, change the quality, change the bit rate, and so forth. So a lot of different ways to tweak and tune to get exactly the output you're looking for. And like I said, this does give very high quality output. Now I'm not going to render it because it does take a little bit of time to actually render, depending on whether you're creating a large file or a small output file. It could go from a few minutes to half an hour or more. So rather than do that, I've already created one. I just wanted to show you what this sample looks like. And there you go. Well, I would call that the money shot. Well, as you can see, fairly simple, fairly easy, and fairly quick to create a really nice slideshow. And as I mentioned, this program is free from Microsoft's website. You can download it now. It's been around a while, but I think it's very popular, so they leave it out there as a way to draw more people to their website. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. I use that tool regularly, and I encourage you to download it and experiment with it. And I think you'll really like it once you've had some experience with it. You've been watching Geek of the Ozarks. My name is John Adams, and I thank you for joining me tonight.